Good afternoon once again, everyone. It is Wednesday, October 20th. It's right at 5 o'clock. Took me a little bit. It's not the original tree I'd planned to get in. I'm in a little red oak tree right now. Originally planned on getting in another tree about 20 yards to the left, but it was just so twisty and curvy. I really just couldn't get up in it very easily. So I come over to this one right here. I'm back up here on the private property, but I'm about 200 yards down the ridge from my feeder. It's not really getting much action in the evenings. It's getting more in the mornings, but unfortunately I've got a job. I just can't walk up lunch mornings right now. I do have 10 days vacation coming up, so starting next Friday, be October 30th, 31st, something like that. I will be taking some of those days off. Majority of them I'm going to take off during November, of course, so I've got some days planned, watching the weather and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm back here on the back end of the property. Place I used to hunt quite a bit back here. It's always been a hot spot for nice bucks back here, especially right when the rut's kicking up and they're getting a little antsy. But a couple years ago, the guy that owns the property, I'm only about 30 yards from his property line. Super nice guy. I've asked him a couple times if I can hunt on his property, at least a portion of it, like back here. And he only lets family hunt on there, which I understand. But if I do shoot anything that goes over there, he don't have any problem me going to get it. Matter of fact, he would rather me go get it and just leave it lay, so I don't have to contact him or anything. I can just go get it if I do shoot something that runs over there. But the reason I don't hunt back here as much anymore, several years ago, he had this place logged back here, and then he just let it grow up, and man, it was a haven for buck back here during the rut, into October going into November, just because it was so thick. It was a doe bedding area back here, and I don't know how many times I'd sit up here in my stand or my blind, and the leaves are off. You can see all the way down the ridge. I would see just bucks chasing does all over the place down here. So, like I said, except for the times I'd come there and I hardly ever seen anything. But I've got a nice trail, actually about 20 feet in front of me here, probably 25, 30 feet in front of me, that goes along the edge of the ridge that goes out to my feeder. And this is the same trail them 2 8 points was taken earlier in the year. But there's a bedding area just over the knoll, a couple hundred yards over in front of me. It comes down over in a really thick holler. And off to my left, several hundred yards down this way is a bedding area where there's several trails here that intersect. And I didn't notice it until I got up in my tree and got set up. But about 15, maybe, I don't think it's quite 20 yards behind me, there's a nice scrape, and there's a really nice rub about 10 yards right here. Actually, it was like 10 feet in front of the tree that I was going to get in, but it's about 10 yards in front of me now. I walked back here on this property, just walking around looking for rubs and stuff. About 2 weeks ago, found several rubs over there. Found 2 small ones right here. There's a couple really nice rubs right here, and this scrape right here was not here a couple weeks ago. It's really fresh scrape. It's right over my left shoulder here. I'm going to pan the camera out here and let you see the guy's property now. He had it completely cleared off by the dozer in here about 2 years ago, and so grassy here. He used to work for the school board. I think he was a bus driver or something for a long time. At least that's what he was doing when I knowed him. But he's also a farmer. He's a cattle farmer. He raises cattle for a living. So I guess I don't know if, I've never seen any cattle in this field, so I don't know if he just uses it for hay or what he uses it for. But it's a beautiful field, but man, it used to be a heck of a bedding area. But anyway, the wind is perfect in my face. I've got a pretty steep drop off back here behind me. So I'm going to turn this camera real quick and see if I can show you some of the field footage here. Sorry about the camera footage, if you can see. Zoom in a little bit. You can see some of that field right there. His house is way up here. You can't see it through the trees, but anyway, that's the field that I'm sitting on. So I got about 2 hours to sit here before dark. Hopefully, I'm only shooting for a buck tonight. I'm not shooting for a doe yet. But to mention that, though, our early doe season does come in tomorrow. I do plan on hunting tomorrow. Probably not up here. My neighbor behind us owns a farm. There's a lady that owns a farm. Me and my wife help her out quite a bit on that. And she's been wanting me to shoot some deer off her. She says she don't care what I shoot. So she just wants deer gone off her property. So I think tomorrow evening I might head over there with my rifle and see if I can't get a doe during the early doe season. At least that's the plans for right now. So I'm going to turn the camera off and we'll see what happens tonight. Good evening, everyone. It is October 23rd again, Saturday evening. It's a little bit after 5 o'clock. And you can see I got my blaze orange on. If you see the video from this morning, I had blaze orange on too. I was on public land. I was bow hunting this morning. But we are in the third day of our 4-day early doe season. So required to wear blaze orange. This evening, I'm actually on a pretty good sized farm. Actually, right behind my house. It actually joins my property. Me and my wife, there's a lady that runs this farm by herself. She's got several animals, and she's got a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. She's got several businesses and that go around farming and stuff like that. So me and my wife help her out quite a bit. And she wants some deer off her property. She actually had some crop damage stamps earlier in the summer, and me and one of her friends' boyfriend. She got, I think, 8 or 10, and she asked both of us to come up here and try to thin some deer out. I hunted up here probably 4 or 5 times in this spot and around some of her fields in the evenings where she told me she was seeing deer. Neither one of us ever did see anything or get anything. And she went to get some more, and they told her to just let us hunt up here, and after the season goes out, if she needed more, they would give her some more. So I'm up here this evening. I figured I'd try to go ahead and fill a doe tag here this evening. Just see my first squirrel over there. I played him. And so I got almost 2 hours, probably right around 2 hours for daylight. I pretty much just walk in here. I mean, it takes me about a 15-20 minute walk from my back door just to get up in here where I'm at right now. So I'm back in the saddle again. I've had a trail camera down here most of the summer, and right before season started coming in, it was several deer that started showing up through here. The neighboring property over here across the creek, I used to hunt over years ago, but the guy, he's not a very nice guy. He just quit letting anybody hunt over there. I've hunted over a long time, and to my knowledge, nobody hunts over there. So I do plan on doing some bow hunting here and gun season and muzzler and everything else. So I'm going to try to fill a few of my tags over in here this year, try to help her out too. So anyway, that's what I'm doing this evening. And I plan on being back here again in the morning. I'll have about 2.5 hours in the morning to hunt before church. So if I don't get anything this evening, I plan on being back over here again in the morning before daylight. And they say give me about 2.5 hours or so before then. And we'll see how things turn out. I may come back tomorrow evening. Depends on how this evening tomorrow goes. So if anything comes in, we'll try to get some action. Afternoon, everyone. It is trying to fix this sun dryer behind me to my right. I'm trying to keep the sun out of my face so you can see me a little bit. Today is Wednesday. It's October 27th. It's right at 4 o'clock. I just got settled in a tree up here, back up here on the private land hunt where my feeders are at. I haven't been up here since last Wednesday. And last Wednesday I hunted about probably 200 yards down the ridge here, next to the other property, neighbor's property. The one neighbor's property is here behind me about 40 yards. I was down next to the other property. I knew there's some bedding areas down there, and I was down there hoping to intercept a buck, maybe cruising around looking for does. It is starting to get that time. I found a scrape down there. I didn't see it till I got up in the tree, and I was like, I wasn't in the tree like 5 minutes, and I turned around and looked down the hill behind me, about 10 yards behind me, and I seen a really fresh scrape. So I said, it worked out just really great. And anyway, I wasn't in the tree like probably 15, 20 minutes, I seen a deer over in the neighbor's field. I could never see what it was. I could see it was a deer's body. And so I got my grunt call out because he was walking around the edge of the field. I figured it was a buck checking scrapes or making scrapes. And it was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 5:15, something like that. So I got my grunt call out and did a couple light grunts, whatever it was, that scared it. And then about 6 o'clock, about 45 minutes before dark, I heard something coming behind me, and I turned around and looked. And it was the same 5-point that I missed last Sunday morning up here. And he was coming in, and the scrape was over my left shoulder, so I got turned around, got my bow off the hook, and with my right hand, I was trying to get my camera, because I had it on the right-hand side of the tree. I was trying to get it in between me, my tethered rope here, my lineman's rope, my bridge on my saddle. I get it right here in a minute. And my camera hit my bridge, and I was sitting there fighting with it, and I turned around, and he saw my movement or heard me or something. He was only like 10 yards behind me, and he spooked and took off running. And when he took off running, there was another deer that wasn't quite as close as what he was. I never did see what it was. They both took off running back this direction the way they come. So, and I sat there at the dark and didn't see anything else. Just a little update though. That was the last time I hunted until Saturday morning. I went to public land. I hunted until almost noon on public land Saturday morning, and had my blaze orange on because we're in the middle of our 4-day early doe season, and didn't see a thing. I saw like 2 squirrels all day, and that was it. And I thought I was in a pretty good spot, but I didn't see anything. And Saturday evening, Sunday morning, and Sunday evening, I hunted on my neighbor behind my house. She has a big farm up there, and she's wanting some deer taken off that farm, so I doe hunted Saturday evening, Sunday morning, Sunday evening, and the only deer I saw Saturday evening, I was coming out through the field. I wouldn't even use my headlamp, but it was pretty dark, and I probably got within about 60 yards of them, and if they wouldn't have flew their tails up in the air, I probably would never even seen them, and they ran down in the woods. Well, Sunday morning, I was going back to hunt the same spot, and I was going through the field, and she's got a bunch of goats, and I could tell there was something up ahead of me, and I couldn't tell if it was deer or goats, so I got close enough. I hit my headlamp on, and I turned it on. It was like 5 deer, and they run directly down over the hill to where my tree that I was going to go hunt in. I didn't figure I'd see anything, but I went ahead and went down there and hunted for like 2.5 hours before church, didn't see anything. Well, Sunday evening, I went back to the field where the 3 deer the evening before had run down over the field. Sit there till dark and didn't see nothing then either. So anyway, that closed out our early doe season. So now we don't we'll be able to gun hunt again until the week of Thanksgiving when our rifle season comes in. So I got I guess that's about 5 weeks away, something like that, 4 or 5 weeks away. And so between now and then I'll be bow hunting. I said we've only got about, let's see, Monday's the 1st. Monday's November 1st, so it's that time of year. Starting today, I'm probably going to hunt just about every day. But if I'm not hunting, I've got 2 places I really want to go scout. We got some rain coming in the next couple of days. If it ain't real heavy, I might just use them days to do some scouting. But other than the weather keeping me out of the woods, I plan on trying to hunt at least a few hours every evening. I've got 10 days vacation. I'm probably going to use the bulk of them between next week and going into gun season. I'm taking all week in gun season off, and so I got about 8 or 9 days vacation planned. Not all together. I'm going to break them up into different days because in the past I've used them all up at one time and none done really good. So I'm going to try to take maybe 2 to 3 days a week over the next few weeks until we get into gun season. So I'm going to be hard at it. I don't know if I'll be recording every outing, but I'll definitely keep you updated on what's going on. I did record quite a bit this past weekend, just to tell you where I was at and what was going on. I didn't see anything, so I don't know how much of that video I'm actually going to put in a video, because that's, just me sitting there ranting for 2 or 3 different sets is really not what I'm going to put on video. So if you do see some of that, you've probably already seen it in this video. If I did put it on here, if not, then you'll just see probably last Friday evening or last Wednesday evening. I think I got some video. I didn't get any of the deer, but I think I did put a little bit of video of that down there. So we got rain coming in the next 2 to 3 days. Tomorrow's supposed to be the highest chance of it. So if it is raining tomorrow, I'll probably put this video together tomorrow. if I get anything to save me or not. So I'm going to turn this camera off. I just pulled my chip out of both my cameras on this property. I'm going to go ahead and sit there and look at them, see what was in. See what's been up here this past week since I ain't been up here. But I will probably, if it ain't raining, I'll probably be back up here again tomorrow evening, depending on what happens tonight. So if I get any good footage tonight, you'll see that. If not, you'll probably see me sometime tomorrow somewhere.